This is Matt Russell, and welcome to the DailyFX Forum.
So here are the four pairs that I will be discussing this evening: the Euro Pound, the Aussie Kiwi, the Pound Swiss, and the Euro Swiss. So let's go ahead and pull up the charts. The first chart is the Euro Pound. If you recall, during the past several reports, I mentioned this large doji candle up here with the long wick to the upside. This is also an evening star reversal pattern as well. I also mentioned two reports back that we should look to get an entry at least halfway up this candle wick right here to limit the risk in the trade, because an entry right now, even though this is a reversal pattern, to enter right now would incorporate a little bit too much risk, in my opinion. It's really up to you and the individual trader's risk parameters whether to decide whether or not they take the trade. With that being said, I'm still waiting for prices to come up and test this area up here, at least towards that 92 figure, because again, we want to place our stop above the high of that doji candle, which is just beneath the 93 figure. The next chart is the Aussie Kiwi, and as I mentioned during yesterday's report, I like the bullish wave to continue here. I wanted prices to take out the high of this candle right here, which was borderline doji candle, and that is what has happened. But moving forward now, again, there's a little bit too much risk, because I would like to place my stop right now ideally beneath this candle right here, but that represents a lot of risk because that's beneath the 120 figure. But the secondary level of support would be the low of this candle, the borderline doji candle, at about the 2120 area. So with prices right now about 22.15, we might look for a brief pullback and again place our stop beneath that 22.15 area. The next chart is the Pound Swiss, and not much has changed here. This is the inverse of the Euro Pound. We have a doji with a long wick to the downside, and again, a little bit too much risk here to enter, because again, we want to place our stop beneath the low of that doji candle, which is about the 62.20 area, and right now with prices just beneath the 166 figure, that does represent a lot of risk. So over the next 24 to 48 hours, I might look for a move at least down towards the 164 figure, where we might look to enter on the long side, because again, this is a morning star reversal pattern, and this is just the inverse of the Euro Pound chart. The last chart is the Euro Swiss, and we had a large bullish candle in the Euro Swiss, although it did leave behind a long wick to the upside here. I'd need another day here. I would have a tentative bearish bias against the high of that candle wick. We can see it represents a few of the highs previously, this wick over here and this wick back here, so it could be a short-term resistance level, short-term daily resistance level, and that price level right now is about the 52.37 area. We can call it about the 52.50 area in my opinion. So we might look for prices to rally at least towards that 152 figure, where we might look for short trades, and again, placing our stop above that 152.50 area. Again, my name is Matt Russell. Thank you for listening, and please stay tuned for a preview of the DailyFX forums. I want to go ahead and formally welcome everybody to the DailyFX Forum. And I want to explain a little bit about the forum and the wealth of information that you can obtain from the forum, and how to go about doing so, how to find the things you want. So I'm just going to dive right in right now. And this is DailyFX.com, and this is usually how I navigate my way towards the forums. Obviously, you know, it really depends on each individual how they access the forums, but this is how I go ahead and do it. I go DailyFX.com, go ahead and click on the forum on top, and this brings you to the DailyFX forum homepage, and this highlights the most recent posts with the subject. So if you see anything that you're interested in, you can obviously go ahead and click. What I like to do is click on the forums tab like this, and go ahead and view the forums in the normal, typical way that forums are set up. And here you go, there are a bunch of threads down here. And I'm just going to go ahead and go directly to the forum, the video you just viewed, where you viewed it. So let's go ahead. This is the DailyFX Instructor Tips Forum, identifying trades with DailyFX. That's me. And go ahead and click on the most recent post. So this is where you are right now viewing the video, although the video will be the video beneath this one that you're watching right now. So normally when I'm on the forums, and what I would do is just scroll up to the top. Certainly you can check out any of my previous videos, and you know, especially if I did mention them in the report or in the video that you're viewing at that moment. And what I will do is go ahead and click on the forums, and then look for the forums that I like, you know, that I have interest in. One of them would be the Euro Dollar forum, and this, again, it's really up to each individual trader as to exactly how they want to use the forum. Personally, personally, what I like to do, the first thing I do is I'll go to the euro dollar thread. I'll go and click on the latest post. And what I'll do here is, and again, I just want to, really emphasize this point. It depends on your exact mindset when you're viewing. And me as a trader, I have some experience. So what I do and how I personally use the forum is I go through and I'll read what people are saying about the euro, what their trade ideas are. I certainly, try to maintain my own individual objectivity, and I really don't pay much attention to what other traders are saying in terms of my trading. I'm not going to certainly see something on a forum and then go jump into a trade, but what it will do, it will open my eyes to certain trading opportunities, maybe a certain line or a certain time frame that I haven't looked at before. So that's one way that I personally like to utilize the DailyFX forum. But certainly for newer traders, there are plenty of topics that you can go over. Let's say you might not be well versed in terms of certain currency pairs that you want to learn about. Scalping, you might not know what Elliott wave is. You can go ahead and click there and see exactly what you can, what you can understand, what you might not understand, and then certainly feel free to ask questions about any of these topics that you have. Maybe the carry trade, maybe you have some questions about that, or the sentiment, the SSI, or the latest economic news, FX programmers, the webinars, MT4. Any questions about active trader, you can go ahead and click on those threads. So again, it's very free, very open, and there is a wealth of information here and just waiting for to be utilized. Again, this is Matt Russell. Thank you for listening.